Just check YouTube.
And the Banter Boys are live on YouTube and TikTok.
Okay.
Look at that. Love that. Love to see that.
Love to see that. Let me see.
I like about David Ornstein is
Goldrich. Quiet. Um.
And what a way to start
Yeah.
with a rocket pop.
It. Can you see us live on TikTok?
I can.
Okay. You want to be the guy there for chats there?
Got it open.
Okay.
Kyle Foley has joined. Hello, Kyle Foley.
Hello, hello. Okay. We got that going.
That rocket pop
YouTube.
was delicious. Original.
Nice. Let's see, we're good there. RJ, make sure you're watching live, buddy.
Yeah, get the laptop out. Throw on YouTube. Throw on TikTok. Throw on something,
Yeah.
buddy. Join the gang.
All right, live TikTok and YouTube. Trying this out. See if this works. This might be a total utter failure, but
It's all right. It's the first. It's the first official TikTok live.
yeah.
I know we had a little test TikTok live. We had a couple YouTube lives now.
Yeah.
What do you know? It's
Yes,
9:30 on at least Pacific time on Labor Day. Shout out national holidays.
Yeah. Shout out
For giving
Deadline
us
Day being on Labor Day.
like, could it have
Great
worked
idea.
out any better? I don't think
Great
it could have.
idea for the Americans.
Thank you, President Trump. Appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, so we got a lot of news to get to. We had a lot go on while we were all sleeping. Some of us were sleeping. I was waking up 4 times with the baby, just kept refreshing. She's like, "Why are you on your phone?" Like,
Oh
you don't
yeah.
understand. It's Deadline Day. I guess we'll start with the biggest one first, because that's kind of the first domino to fall here.
Yep.
Isak to Liverpool.
Finally, it's been. Remember Jokeris? Remember Victor?
Yeah.
Remember what I said about that? You know what it's been? The never-ending
Yeah.
story.
It really has. It really,
It's been a
really
saga
has.
like no other.
It's been a confusing saga because a lot of it doesn't make sense to me. I'm just a very logical, rational person. And why would Liverpool go in and steal Ekatike if they also wanted Isak? To me, that just doesn't make sense. If you just said to, hey, we'll take Isak, you guys take Ekatike, they could have had this done almost a month ago now at this point.
Probably. I mean, I think at the end of the day, Liverpool is probably looking at it like, okay, we just got rid of Darwin. Salah, as good as he is, and as good as he was last year, he's not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
And if you're losing Darwin and you're picking up Isak, you do also still need to get your coverage for Luis Diaz going. I mean, they brought in Gakpo last year, but at the end of the day, what? You still need more cover. You can't just get through a season with Gakpo, Ekatike, and Salah.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. So, I mean, maybe I don't necessarily disagree with the way they went about it now that, Isak is done. Just because if they did go get Isak first, they may not have gotten Ekitike. That may have allowed Newcastle to go ahead and get him first.
Yeah,
And I don't know, Gakpo, Ekitike, Isak, and Salah. That is a great. You pick any three of those four. That's a great front three.
absolutely. Yeah, I just think it was, you know what I mean, weird because Ekatike is so young. Kind of sucks for him. You know what I mean? I don't know how good he can play out on the wing if there was a Salah injury or Gakpo injury, but yeah, huge amounts of money. Like Liverpool, I think we figured it out that Slot has spent more than Klopp did.
Insane.
That's insane. Like it's just that I don't even know how that makes sense. Like I can't even make it make sense.
It's a lot of money, and obviously Isak, that domino finally fell, but like Liverpool's still making another transfer. We're
Yeah,
still waiting for it to be official.
they're not done. We'll get to their hopefully last one. I think
I think it'll be the last one. We'll find out soon.
it definitely is feeling like the Champions League clubs have an unbelievable advantage money wise now.
Oh yeah.
Like the four teams who finished there last year are the four teams who went off in the transfer window this year.
Oh yeah.
And it just seems like that you need that money like to compete now.
hmm You do. I
Yeah.
mean, like they're spending $500 million this window, and other teams that have spent $500 million over the last 3 windows are getting point deductions.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I mean,
No, it
it's
is. It's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
It really is. So we had that one. What else did we have after Isak? What was the next one?
Let's see. Oh yeah, Jaden Sancho
We had
is
Jaden Sancho.
looking to make a move to Aston Villa. I don't think it's happened yet. I haven't seen that it's gone through yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Because then you also had the Emmy Martinez to Manchester United, and I was
Which
like, that makes sense.
it does make sense. I mean, the Manchester teams are making some big goalkeeper moves, but Emi Martinez, like Unai is saying, he's out. It's Bizo, 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 and well, is Emi Martinez going to Manchester United?
Yeah,
Because I, I,
yeah, we're
I
gonna.
think in a few minutes here we're gonna see something different.
Yeah, and then we had this one. This was right. Yeah, it's just like after my first wake up, I saw this one, and I was hoping
Yep,
that you were still awake when I sent it.
yep. Eddie's gone, and Eddie. We got to remember Ederson. While he while some think he's not a great shot stopper, and of late he hasn't been a great shot stopper. The Club World Cup was abysmal. It was horrible for Eddie. But Eddie, I have the stats here. Um, Eddie is what I would consider a trailblazer for the way that football has changed because Pep brought him in to play the ball with his feet. He has set the record for most assists for a goalkeeper in the Premier League. He has 372 appearances for City. He won 18 trophies, 6 Premier Leagues, 2 FA Cups, 3 Carabaos, 3 Community Shields, a Champions League, a Club World Cup, and a UEFA Super Cup.
Damn.
Like that's crazy. And when you compare him to Petr Cech, 443 appearances, 4 Gold Gloves, 4 titles. Van der Sar, 313 appearances, 4 Premier League titles. Schmeichel, 310 appearances, 5 titles. Allison, 215 appearances, 1 title. Like this guy's a serial winner,
Yeah.
and it's the way that City played throughout Eddie's tenure as the guy between the sticks. I mean, did he face the most shots? No, because the way they play is possession. and he's great with his feet. The guy came up as a left back. He grew up a left back and then went between the sticks. And there's so many moments I could think about when Ederson came out on the ball and was basically lined up as a center back or a left back or even a holding midfielder, where I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, we're going to concede because there's no one within 30 yards of the 18.
Yeah.
But, great career at City. 13 or 14 million. I mean, it's not a ton, but that's okay. Like, he more than paid for what we paid for him in trophies and in prize money. And it was a great career at City. Thank you, Eddie. But obviously, at the end of this tweet, up next, Donnarumma and City working on a deal. I mean, when you have, I know they just brought in Trafford, but when you have a chance to bring in the best player in the world at a position for only 30 million, doesn't matter if you just spent 26 and a half on Trafford. Like, you have the best player in the world at a position. You go out and do it. Is it a luxury signing? Maybe, but there isn't another keeper who's going to play with the ball at his feet like Ederson. So you need to make some slight changes. And I think with Holland up top, you can go ahead and boot the ball and win some 50-50 aerial duels. I mean, you're getting the best shot stopper in the world. And right now our problem is conceding goals. So
Yeah, there's probably a conversation to be had where are the Manchester City players of this Pep era, are they as individuals going because they were on such a good team, very much like a lot of the Patriots players of like the last 20 years, like the Belichick dynasty. There's a lot of Patriots players that don't get their like flowers. They don't get recognized for as good as they were because they were on a team that just won. And I wonder if City players are going to have the same thing. Like Ederson, you just said, is should be, if not the best keeper in Premier League history because of all the trophies he won. But because he was on that City team, is he going to be almost like penalized, even though maybe he shouldn't be penalized? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if
yeah,
we're gonna see that for a lot of these City players where they finish with the most trophies and but because but they were on like that super team, they were on that Pep team. I wonder if they're gonna, not
I
get
think
what they're probably deserved.
yeah, I think well, Ederson's also a weird one, right? He's a bit of a unicorn in the sense that he isn't necessarily known for his shot stopping. But he kept a ton of clean sheets. He won a ton of
Yeah.
trophies. Like,
He did it when it mattered, so does you know what I mean?
exactly. He did it in the Champions League final, and it didn't always look great either. But at the end of the day, if the ball's not going in the back of the goal, does it really matter how it looks?
Yeah.
Um, it's one of those that purists are never going to give him the flowers he deserves because of the way he plays. But I think down the road, when we look back, I mean, like even in comments today, I'm seeing, Ederson um, isn't even the best Brazilian goalkeeper in the Premier League. Well, he won more titles than Allison.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do we want to base it on? Do we want to base it on how good of a shot stopper someone is, or how good someone is in the position that they play, helping their team win?
Yeah.
That's an age old debate. That's never
I was just gonna
you're not
say, I
gonna have
think
a
that
clear winner.
that's gonna be the problem with a lot of City players when you have like
Yep,
Vincent Company. Well, where does
I
he rank
agree.
in center backs? Because he has the most this, but well, he was on that City team. You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
Like I think
I
that's
agree.
gonna happen to a lot of them. But I think we have Nikos is ready to join.
Yes,
Let's get
Nikos is
Nikos in
coming in.
here. Nikos.
Nikos, how we doing, brother?
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up?
Just add him in real quick.
And to the other viewers that are here on TikTok, welcome.
Yeah, let's go. I see we're live on TikTok. I'm opening
Oh,
it
we're
up.
live on TikTok.
Figured that out.
Let's fucking go. Oh my
Live
God.
on YouTube. We have our boy Antonio here.
What's up,
Look.
Antonio? That's my brother.
I know we gotta get Big Bro Fuentes in here one day
Whenever he
to tell
wants
us
to make a
about how.
debut.
Well, I'd love to hear about some thoughts on the some thoughts on Spurs' window here, because some good things are happening, right? Kolo Muani coming in.
Yeah.
Massive. That's actually
So
a
we're-
massive one today.
So
I think
we're
that's
going
huge.
we're going through because we kind of missed some stuff, obviously, as we were sleeping.
Right, and these last 24 hours have been
Have been-
batshit crazy.
Yeah. So
Like, I know eventually we're going to talk about, winners and losers of the window and, who
Yeah.
we think the best transfer is, who we think, a good underrated transfer is, stuff like that. But this window has been bananas. It's been absolutely bananas. Like, there's so much shit going on.
this is by far the craziest one that I've watched. Like where
I'm
I've
also-
seriously paid attention to.
A lot of stuff overnight. Like you
Yeah.
said.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, like
woke
that,
up
like early morning
was
for
just-
them. Oh yeah, so we're just going through. It went back. We're 11 hours from back, so we're trying to catch up here. So we did the Ederson, and then Arsenal got Hincapie. That's all done. That'll be announced later on today, most likely.
Brian Brobby to Sunderland is a very good pickup. That's a guy who's been tearing it up in the Eredivisie for a
Yeah.
few years now. So it'll be really interesting to see how he does. Just a dynamic player.
Well, they had to do that because Chelsea called their boy back. They said, no, you're not going to Sunderland.
He's not coming back. He's gone.
Huh?
He's gone.
What, you mean Mark?
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about Jackson. I was pulling up
No.
TikTok.
Well, they called back two people, and then I think one decided, you know what? No, I'm not going back to London. I'll stay in here, baby.
One of
Mr.
them I'm very excited about.
Mr. Fuentes is thinking that Spurs need another center back, and I think I agree with that. I think I agree. You got some injury-prone players back there, something that City has as well. I think you're right. You do need another guy in the defense.
We do need a moment of silence for losing out on the incredible talent of Anthony, no longer in the Premier League, going back to Real Betis. Just so sad. Losing out on what an incredible talent he has been.
Well, it's funny because he was so bad at United, but then he
this guy sucks.
He was so good at Batista.
He was
for United.
He sucked for United. Yeah, that was every time watching him play, it was like, dude, that frustrated me, and I'm rooting against him. If I had to watch him every week, I think I would have lost my mind. One of the biggest flops of recent times, for sure.
I'm gonna sit here and click like on our live over and over again in hopes that people come in.
Shameless, love it.
Stop by.
Alexis Sanchez, love to see him still playing.
Yes, I did see that. That was a good one. But then the next big domino.
The next big domino? I think you mean the next big Donna-mo.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this guy.
You like that softball right to you, let you hit that one out of the park.
Scarface, man. Scarface.
Yeah.
We got Scarface. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I said before, when you have when you have a chance to sign the best player in the world at a position, doesn't matter what position, for 30 million, you take it and you run. You run to the hills with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely shocked that Chelsea didn't do this.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to. I wanted a keeper, but I think we're putting a lot of trust in Sanchez. And I mean, our issue hasn't been a goalkeeper as of now. I mean, obviously, you would have to be. I'm just confused as to why more links and more people weren't going after
Yeah,
for
like, is there something
Donnarumma.
that we don't know? You know what I mean? Like,
Unless
even
he's being picky. Because like why would Chelsea not go after him? Why would United not go after him for like a few extra
Right.
million? Why would
yeah.
I mean, even the likes of Arsenal not go for after him? It's just confusing as to like why, unless he specifically only wanted to go to like City, because he wasn't really linked with anyone else, right?
Yeah, it's just very
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that PSG would wanna get rid of him. Like, if he said, "Oh, I don't wanna sign a new contract, I don't wanna play here anymore," that makes sense, but that didn't happen. He said that he loved Paris and didn't wanna leave.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that there's some kind of conspiracy going on where the French government is pushing PSG to put France's starting World Cup keeper in the top squad in France and get
There's
him minutes in the Champions League before the World Cup.
you're
It's something that I came up with on my own, didn't see anywhere else. No evidence for it whatsoever. But after the president of France called Kylian Mbappe and told him to stay at PSG, and he still went and left to Madrid, I wouldn't be shocked if he made
I
a
mean, to be
call.
Yeah.
fair, that could have just been for tourism, and money purposes to have the best player in the world, at least at the time, on your team and be like, please stay, we need tourism. Like that just seems
Totally.
like
Yeah.
a as a country, we need people to come here and see you. I don't know. I mean I get it makes sense, but also like who's their national keeper?
It's going to be Chevalier.
Yeah.
Chevalier.
Hmm,
Mm.
interesting.
We.
It's not going to be Hugo Lloris anymore.
Yeah, true.
No.
Very interesting, but, I do not want to face City if he's there. I'm hoping he has some prior engagements on those 2 game weeks, and he cannot play. Because facing him in the Champions League last year, yeah, that was horrible. We had no striker, and he was still saving every single shot. Even if it was a miss, he was still saving it. I mean, this dude was just ridiculous. Yeah.
I mean, he is the top goalkeeper in the
Yeah, he
world.
really is. Like, this
There's no
sucks.
denying it. He's proved it. I mean, he's the only player, and I said this before, he's like the only player as a goalkeeper to win the player of the tournament in like the Euros. I mean, you know how hard it is to like be a player of a tournament as a goalkeeper?
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
impossible. For everyone to be like, you guys only won because your keeper consistently showed up the whole tournament, it's crazy.
Yeah, again, it just doesn't make sense how there was no market and not like people fighting. Like this should have been a bidding war between like 10 clubs.
Yeah.
And
It
it
should have.
literally came down to deadline day and it was like, okay, City got rid of Ederson. Okay, I guess City will bid 30 million and grab him. It's like
Well, I
uncontested.
think
Like
no, but I think it took. I think it took until deadline day only because, like, they just signed Trafford. They still had Ederson until today. They still have Ortega, so they already have 3 keepers on the roster. You're paying them how much money a year? You had to wait until Eddie was gone, and I think it took Pep starting Trafford in the first 3 matches of the season for Eddie to say, "Fuck, like I am out."
yeah.
I think it took until then. And I mean, obviously it worked. We got the guy. And Trafford, in terms of shot stopping, hasn't looked horrible. But that being said, he's not as good of a shot stopper as Donnarumma. He's just not. I mean, Donnarumma is
The
for
best.
30 million.
Yeah.
30
I
million.
mean, him and Courtois are
Crazy.
the best shot stoppers right now.
Yep. Yep.
So what else did we have after that? More Donnarumma, continued talks.
Yep. Still waiting on a here we go there.
Yep, we got here we go. Alexis Sanchez. Poor guy. Should have never left.
You know, he when he left, he should have gone to Manchester City, not Manchester United. There,
Yeah.
I haven't like still for me one of the best transfer announcement videos is Alexis Sanchez playing the piano. That was an all-time transfer
That's
announcement
that's when
video.
they were still fun too, where like you didn't
Yeah,
know before that they came out. Like we'll never get the Sol Campbell again. We'll never get, Ozil on deadline day. Like we'll just won't get those moments anymore. You know what I mean? Like kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen anymore. But I remember like Sanchez moved to United, and like 2 days later, he was like, "Why the fuck did I go here?
Yeah, he
What am
said
I
he did
doing?"
one training session. He literally was like, Can I go back? Can I go back?" So funny. Then we had United working on 2 keepers
Mhm.
with 9 hours to go. Then we had Jadon
JD
Sancho
Sanchez.
to Aston Villa. Yeah, well, I wanted this dude when he was at Dortmund on Arsenal so bad. Another just United know how to ruin a player, huh?
You know, I don't know if it's
Uh,
even necessarily people like United know how to ruin a player in this specific situation. Um, I think that Sancho may be in a position where he does. I'm going to use an example here. Jack Grealish. When Jack Grealish isn't facing 11 men in the box for an entire match, he is electric, very creative. He doesn't have to dribble through 8 people all standing in a circle around him to make something happen. I think this will be good for Sancho because I don't think Villa's going to see a lot of low blocks. They're not going to
and
see.
Yeah,
They're not going to see a lot of
and
parking the bus.
Villa has had nothing this window, so they need bodies
I
bad.
mean, I 100% agree. Just because he, we kind of saw what he could do at Chelsea, and I mean, he went from not playing at all and doing terrible at Man U to coming on to Chelsea to creating chances and being a consistent player and like not being like, oh, this guy sucks. So I think that just he didn't groove with Man U, and I think now he's going to fill in that role that Rashford did last year at Aston Villa, and I think he's going right in. Like I think he's going
Yeah,
right into the starting lineup. He's going to be a threat because we know he's talented. It just hasn't been able to kind of like show at United. So I think that's a massive move for him.
he's a different. He can be a difference maker.
Oh, 100%.
So it's a good move for him. I think it really is. And if Morgan Rogers stays, I think it helps Morgan Rogers out a lot too.
Yeah. Then we had Brentford selling Wisa to Newcastle finally. That is finally over the line. Big fantasy news for Nikos' team here.
About time. After 3 weeks, probably 4, because he probably won't start the first game. But Wisa's one of my top picks, and I've just been waiting and waiting for one of my top forwards to go in and actually play. I mean, this is going to be good. It honestly, it is all questionable on what they decide to do with him.
Hmm.
They also just brought in the other guy, the big German. He's
Ultimate,
German.
right?
Voltamad.
Yeah, I
Voltamada.
mean,
Yeah.
how are they going to do the both of them? Are they going to do two up top? Are they going to have one as like that's the kind of big question. Are you going to do Wisa as like a 9 or a 10?
Yeah.
So like that's kind of like how are they going to get the both of them on the same? I mean, the thing is that Wisa's going for 55 million, and the other guy went for what 70 plus.
75 or something?
So they're definitely putting precedent on that guy they just paid 70 something for. So it's not like they're going to sign him and
Yeah.
let you two figure it out. I mean, that's a 75 million deal and a 55 million deal. You need both of these players on the pitch. So are they going to have to do a formation change? That's kind of just my only thought slash concern with this one is just like you need both of them on the field. So
And
what's
Newcastle still haven't scored, right? The first 3 games, they haven't scored a goal yet.
No, they scored 2 against
they scored?
Liverpool.
Yeah,
Did they? Oh, yeah.
they almost beat Liverpool. It's a crazy game.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
thinking of them. Somebody didn't score. Yeah.
so Voltamad is from what I saw against Liverpool, Voltamad fits really well because they had Anthony Gordon up top, and for the 45 minutes he was on the pitch, it looked like they were trying to get him the ball as like a hold-up striker, which doesn't fit Gordon at all whatsoever. But that's what Voltamad's really good at. I mean, he's a 6'3", 6'4" holder and distributor. He's like, I know crazy comparison as Messi, but when Messi played that false nine role for Barcelona,
Yeah.
that's what Voltemont does, not as elegantly and definitely more physically. But I think with him up top being like a hold up guy who can hold the ball, distribute, and rip a shot from range, I think him and Wissa will play really well off of each other.
Yeah, I think it's Villa who I was thinking of. Villa haven't scored yet this season.
Gross.
Do they change one of their position? Well, it wouldn't be if they're going to change the position, it's going to be Wisa. So I mean, the only thing is like 10, maybe even put him on the wing. Who's on the right wing for Newcastle?
Elanga.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, so now it's almost like you have too much if you don't put him as the
Yeah,
10.
you're right.
Uh,
That's going to be interesting. And then, let's see, we had a big sacking last night. Bayern Leverkusen getting rid of Bald Eric after 2 games. He didn't even get to play the third, right? I don't even think he made it to the third game.
Teen Hog
That's
is a fucking clown. Do 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 do.
And the word from Canada this morning, our United fan, is, wow, that's what a big club does when they realize they don't have the right manager.
You
So that
can't go
was,
from being undefeated under Xabi Alonso in all competitions until the final,
yeah.
and then go to ETH and just lose, lose, lose. Like you can't
Yeah.
do that. You can't.
So we had another here we go that got taken away, actually, because
Yep. It's on
Igor was
pause.
supposed to go to Palace, but now that's not happening. So now the Gahey thing, I think, is in jeopardy at the moment.
It is. Meanwhile, like the Joe Gomez, but like, okay, so Joe Gomez, does the Joe Gomez happen to AC Milan if the Gahey doesn't go through?
Yeah, yeah, it's like both of these. We got a lot of dominoes I think we're still waiting for here. But we did have United getting their new keeper.
Yeah, not Emi Martinez, not
And
Doobie,
not Emi Martinez.
not Debu.
crazy. And you know
Yeah.
what? What's really funny about that situation is that I was playing Nick in fantasy, and he has Emmy in goal, and didn't play yesterday because of the links. And so their backup at the Aston Villa backup keeper goes in, draws a penalty, concedes the penalty, gets negative points because of that penalty, and then now basically I would say lose that game because of, I mean, probably would have lost the game anyways, but this didn't help. To now the next week he's like, yeah, I'm back. I'm back. So it's like he kind of just got screwed.
Yeah. Another
Yeah.
weird transfer because it's like he said goodbye at the end of the season, crying, clapping to the fans. And then
Yeah.
the whole summer goes by and there's no links. Like, you know what I mean? There was a few like, oh, he should go to United because everybody thinks they need a keeper, but like it was never like, oh, this is like a strong, any strong links. It was all just like rumors.
I think there's two things about Martinez that probably people would want to stay away from. One, he's probably that kind of head case role.
Yeah.
We've seen him. He's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Does would that kind of fit the team right now? Do they need somebody like that to come in?
Yeah.
And
Does United need that in the locker room?
Do they need any more disgusting rats in their starting lineup
No.
like Bruno Fernandes and Diogo Dallo?
Yeah.
So like that
Like-
doesn't make sense to add him. And then also I think he thinks that he's better than most. So I think like he probably already set himself a fee that's higher than like
Yeah, he thinks
Donnarumma.
he should be the City keeper, Liverpool keeper, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Barcelona. Like that's where that's where he thinks.
Yeah, but the problem is they went out and signed the Belgian Onana.
I've seen the clips.
So like,
I wasn't even gonna bring it up. I was gonna let it go.
yeah. So did United actually win this position here? I don't think so. I think they're going to be seeing a lot of the same things. And Onana has proven he can't even be a cup keeper.
Yeah, ruined that.
Like, what are I don't know. I like United. It's a rough for United, and it's kind of funny because I almost wish that United was a little better because I like having a rivalry with a good team.
Yeah, I wish United and I mean Spurs definitely have gotten better with Thomas Frank this year, but I wish
Mhm.
United. I wish it was 6 teams fighting for that top four. Like that would make it. It's like we kind of know the top four unless major
Uh-uh.
injuries happen.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean?
Who is that top 4 for you?
City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. Nobody gets in
Nah.
there.
Tottenham is, I think, way better than we think.
I
Yeah, but
think
they're
Tottenham
not.
looks really good this year.
They are, but they're not challenging in the sense they still need. They're not there yet. They don't have a full where they can't compete the whole
Yes, they
year.
yes, they okay, maybe longevity, but as a team right now, if they go without injuries, they're one of the best teams. And they have one of the best center backs in the world. They just picked up a phenomenal striker. They have decent wingers. They have a good midfield. Like I honestly think that when we see a strong Tottenham, they're going to be a top 4 team. Who does that knock out? Don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think
Arsenal.
How are you going to knock out one of those 4 teams?
I don't know. I mean, as the only person here that doesn't have a team that's lost, like Chelsea looks pretty good. City, I'm so sorry. It's been a rough few weeks for you guys. Arsenal
It
took
has
a
been a rough few weeks.
Arsenal took a big loss yesterday, which my team would never. Uh, how was yesterday?
Yesterday was fun. Me and Wes went to the bar, went to the
Yeah.
cannon.
How was the vibes in the cannon after the conceded goal?
Not really that bad. I think that everybody kind of had the same feeling. It's kind of the same feeling that Arnie Slot had after the game, where if they played 10 times, 8 would have been a draw. One time Liverpool would have won, and one time Arsenal would have won. It
Mm,
very much felt like uh, 2 teams that play in a similar way, both like not gonna, both have the same weakness. Like Liverpool, we saw it against Newcastle. We saw it the first week against transitions. You know what I mean? Van Dyke just doesn't have that speed anymore to kind of clean up everything, so something's gonna get through, and that's Arsenal's problem as well.
mm,
When we have the ball so much and we lose it, the the chance that that team's going to score is right when they get that ball and doing a quick, counter transition goal. So it definitely seemed like both teams set up with, hey, we're not going to allow you to do that to us. And by both teams doing that, it very much was a stalemate. It was a very boring match because Arsenal had the ball, very like conservative with it, trying to, to get through and try to pass it around. If we gave it to Martinelli, that's when we lost it because he absolutely sucks now.
Yeah, he's dog shit.
And yeah, he absolutely lost it. And then when Liverpool got the ball, same thing. They couldn't get through our defense. And then when we had the ball, we couldn't get through their defense. And things changed for Arsenal when Odegaard and Eze came on. Eze obviously did a lot better on the left, even though he only had 2 or 3 touches, but still was just, looked like he was better over there.
Kyle, I
well,
think this would be a great time to get an opinion from a Liverpool supporter.
Ooh, is Dylan ready?
Because Coach Dylan is sitting in the general chat in the on deck circle waiting to come
Okay.
on.
Let's get him in here.
I think that'd be a great opportunity to hear from the coach himself.
Let's get him in here.
Coach Dylan.
Are you
Howdy,
ready,
fellas.
Dylan? Do you want your camera on or no?
Back to my headphones.
You don't need to have the camera on if you don't want to. It's okay.
Hang on.
It actually makes Kyle's life a lot easier.
It does
'cause
make
then he
my
doesn't
life
have
easier
to,
if you don't.
reset the whole screen.
I don't need
So, and I just saw the tweet that Kolo Muani has just signed his contract with Tottenham, so that's official.
Okay.
Coach Dylan, we were just talking about the Arsenal Liverpool match. Kyle gave us his thoughts on the match. What were your thoughts?
My thoughts is neither team wanted to lose.
Yeah,
So it was one of those games where you get people that don't really want to take the risks flying forwards, and it ends up kind of being a stalemate, which is fairly what it was. And I thought Slot put it pretty Well, in his post-match interview, he said if we play that game 10 times, we probably draw 8, Arsenal wins 1, and we win 1.
So sounds like a similar outlook then, Kyle.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing, and I said both teams are afraid of getting beat on the transition, so we're both very conservative in our attacking play, knowing if we give the ball away that they're going to score. So it was very much almost like a game of keep away of we're not going to allow you to beat us the way that you know you can beat us, and both teams knew that. But no, I mean, great free kick. Somebody in the bar screamed, were they a meter away?" Which was absolutely hilarious because of the whole as a free kick. So that was hilarious. But it was good. You know, definitely sucked having Saliba go down injured with an ankle injury. Sucked having Odegaard not being able to start that match and Saka not being there. I would have liked to see that, but you know, hopefully we'll see that when they play again. But
That was my question is what is the Saliba injury looking like? Was there any
so it
updates?
looked like he rolled his ankle in like warm-ups before the match, and I guess the medical team cleared him, and he said that he wanted to go out there and try. And then after the first few minutes, that's why like almost like to me, I was like, wow, like Mascara got ready like real fast watching it live.
Yeah.
And it definitely was like a hey, try it, see if you can do it. And then obviously he couldn't. So they pulled him out. He also withdrew from the France team because he was supposed to obviously go there for the international break. So still waiting for more on that. Odegaard's, I guess, shoulder was still hurting him too. So I think I don't know if he's going to go to international as well. And obviously Saka's got the hamstring. So, ooh, another twisted.
Another
like
twee. We're gonna bang one more twee before we switch over to the Corona Sunbrew, which, in my opinion, is the beer of the summer.
Okay.
Wow, that is early morning tweets for you.
It's even earlier.
10:05, baby. It's content time on FIFA.
Yeah. Next we have the Reece Nelson going to Brentford.
There you go.
That's really awesome for him. I think that he
On loan.
it's an option. I think it's an obligation. This one might be the obligation. We have so many loans going out now. It's hard to keep track of who's going where. I think this one might be an obligation. I think. But I think that he's going to do fantastic at Brentford. I think that's the perfect club for him. And give him some more game time that he desperately needs.
Either way, I hate him, so whatever.
You don't like him?
No, he scored a match winner against City once for Arsenal.
I forget about that one.
Because you're casual.
No, I don't forget. I'm just being a joke. Fulham trying to get Sterling, that seems like the stupidest move that they could make.
I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Coach Dillon coming on with the camera now?
Coach Dillon is on. Okay, let's get him in here. Hold on.
Look at that. Outdoors. Look at that.
Wow,
a beautiful early autumn day in the state of Connecticut.
Not bad.
And we have a critter in the background as well.
Bald bear. El Pooch in the building. Biggest K9 Liverpool fan there is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, while Kyle's getting that set up, Manuel Akanji. Pavard is going to Marseille. Inter needs a replacement. It's Manu Akanji, the smartest player in the world. The human calculator. Manu Akanji came in for 18 on deadline day and 22 for City. He's moving for 15. It's a loan with an obligation to buy, and it's if he plays at least 50% of the matches. And then the tweet said 50% and if Inter win the league. I don't know if it's, they they have to do both, or if it's one or the other.
One or the other.
Just the way that the tweet was worded, it was weird. So I don't know if it's one or two or a combination, but yeah, Akanji's gone. He hasn't played. I think it makes sense.
Are you going to lose
I think
Ake
it makes
as
sense.
well?
Ake, I believe, is still up in the air. We haven't quite gotten that off, but
and we got the
what else
next
we got?
Here We Go. We're getting close now. We're only 4 hours away. We're catching up here from the nightly craziness.
Yeah, but this has been an electric 4 hours.
Yeah, it really has.
Six.
And what did Spurs do, Nikos?
Spurs picked up Kola Moani. Honestly, a
So
very
now,
big.
with these waivers coming in tomorrow, this is fantasy related. Who is going to get picked up on waivers first?
Well, he's probably not going to be updated first. Like, he's not going to be updated.
No,
Probably.
it'll all be on there. Trust me.
I'll check in a minute, because if
They're
Kola
quick.
Moani is available,
As soon as they get announced, that's usually, I think, when it's up.
let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, is
So,
it going to be Chavi or Colt or first? Who's going to go first?
Who the
Or
heck sent me a
Donnarumma.
trade?
Who's going to be
Or
the first?
Donnarumma?
Yeah, who's going to be the first fantasy selected player? That's a good thing.
Or
Good
the
conversation.
top point scoring player that's available right now is Senesi.
Saw that. I was
All
thinking
right.
about him.
He is not updated
Oh.
yet.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I don't know who else was announced.
Got a few. I mean, there's going to be a
I
bunch of
think-
people on this waiver. Like, at least it's everybody will get some, I think.
Everybody's going to get somebody, as long as they're looking at the app before 7 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow morning.
You pretty much have to put a waiver in for
As long
all
as they
of them.
don't draft the wrong Xavier Simons.
What?
That's the only reason I noticed.
You know what? I
That's what
was talking to Nick the other day, and he said, I'm going to have first. And then I picked him up as soon as he got in there. But as soon as he got in there, that was the old Javier Simons. And so I had him on waiver as well. And then I noticed, I'm like, oh, Nick's not going to get him because he picked the old one. And you know what? I could have done the respect and tell him. But he is my cousin. So I kind of wanted to give that little bit of a competitive.
You know why I put it? I was like, if I end up getting him because of this, because I'll probably be second.
Yeah,
you probably throw the entire waivers off.
Yeah.
we would have another
go back
we would
in.
have had another 2-hour debate. Probably
everything.
Yeah, it would have been a whole thing.
No buy option, which was weird about this deal. Only thing.
Yeah,
It seems like every loan now has
and
at least the option.
I think PSG want him overall. I think they're just trying to make money off of him.
He's a striker or a winger?
Striker.
He's a striker, yeah.
Which I thought, to be completely honest, because of this, I thought Richarlison was going to be gone. So unless something happens in the last hour, because I mean, well, they just brought Solanke on. So like,
this is Solanke, Richarlison, Tell, and
Tell could be like a winger. I feel
that was a wide player.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I feel like get rid of Richarlison at this point. I think
he's gonna start him forward. He scored 2 or 3 goals already. He scored a goal this season.
He scored 2 goals in one game, and then after that, it's been downhill.
That's because you're not there. It was only because you were there.
True. Do I have to go to every single game for him to pop off? I can't. I
can't
afford that.
You witnessed the return, and I do not like that guy, but credit to him.
It was a sick goal to witness. Not gonna lie. So if he gets goal of the season, which he probably won't because it wasn't that nice, but if he's in the top 10, I could be like, hey, I was there.
I don't know if Harvey Elliott starts.
Yeah, interesting.
It's going to be battling with Jadon Sancho.
I saw that too. So I think with that is he's a good player. But I don't think he starts in the 10 role. Could be wrong.
We got Antonio in the
Um,
chat saying Richie staying until January for Solanke injury is his guess.
Okay.
He has like an ankle injury. Yo, I got too many injuries on my. Whatever.
What else? We had the
My
Akanji.
whole
Here
bench
we
is injured,
go.
except for one player.
Kobe Manu not leaving today.
Not leaving.
They're gonna hold
know.
him
They're
hostage.
gonna hold him hostage. Yeah, that's so funny.
But with that though, right? He's 20,
I think so. Yeah.
and he wants to leave to get game time.
Yeah.
But he was starting. Quit being a girl, Mr. Manu, and win your spot back.
Yeah.
I want to play in the World Cup. Okay, be better.
Yeah. Beat out a
Or
50-year-old Casemiro or Bruno playing in the worst position that he could possibly play.
yeah, but
For
no,
his
it's
talents.
typical. In my opinion, typical. It's almost like U.S. soccer parent type stuff. Like my kid's not playing. We're leaving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do better.
Yeah.
The heck?
Yeah.
Be a better player. You have the ability. Stop being a little baby because you were talented and you made an English national team call ups. Do it again. Do it again. You're in a big pond now, big dog.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Totally agree.
I'm with you. And then what with other United guys? We got Victor Lindelof going to Villa as well. Villa making a
Villa-
lot of moves here on the deadline.
Yeah, they need to. Absolutely.
And strapped for cash all summer, I think. With well, not for cash, but with PSR.
Chelsea got another player.
Yeah,
On loan.
it's official. Loan. I mean, honestly, I think
It's a weird
everyone's
one
got it.
because he didn't really he had a hard time breaking into the lesser team last year. Maybe he was decent when he played. 'Cause I had him on my fantasy team, to be fair. Had a
I think
little good run of games.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have question marks on this one. Just kind of like why. I'm a
Make you
little
guys
bit
bigger.
confused. I think I don't even know where I mean, he's going to be a bench player. He's not starting over Palmer unless Palmer's injury is worse than people think.
Unless don't be quaking in your boots
I know.
unless Palmer's injury is serious.
Exactly. So unless Palmer's
Palmer will be
injury
back
is-
after the international break.
Yeah.
Beer of the
So
summer. Beer of the
Kundo.
summer. I'm telling you. If you haven't tried it, you're missing out.
not a sponsor.
I grab a
Not
beer.
a sponsor, but
Could
you
be.
should.
Could be a sponsor.
I'll tell you a quick story. Sorry, side note here. I know we're trying to play catch up, but in college, I called the local Bud Light sales representative and told him that they should sponsor me by strapping a GoPro to my chest every weekend and giving me free Bud Light. And the guy had me call like 5 different Bud Light sales guys because he thought it was the funniest fucking thing. And at the end of the day, I did not get my sponsorship.
And
I told
here
him
we
I'd get
are
a tattoo.
later, and now you could. Now you definitely
work
could.
out. Nikos.
Yes. Oh my God, guys. I mean, what
It
a
turned
what a
around.
what a roller coaster it's been
The
for the
plane
last
does
few
not
days.
go backwards.
The plane doesn't go
I'll tell you
backwards, and I am thrilled it doesn't. I'm thrilled there's no reverse on the plane option. Because listen, I don't know why it's crazy because he is such a debated person amongst like the Chelsea community. As like, we love him, we hate him, we love him. I hate him. I'm on the side where I cannot stand him. And the fact that we got rid of him,
For a second.
and I was so happy when I was like, oh my God, he's going. He's going to Bayern too. Like, first off, $16 million loan, which is, I mean, that's a good loan.
And they
That's
got $1.5 million for like for nothing.
Yeah. And I was thrilled. I mean,
what this
sure, we'll
reminds
take
me
him. What was that?
You know what this reminds me of? This move?
Who?
The striker they had a couple seasons ago. Maybe it was like 5 at this point. From Stoke City. But anybody remember that name? Chupa Moting.
Oh.
This is exactly what it reminds me of. Obviously, Jackson's maybe a little bit more talented at a younger age. It was your backup to Harry Kane is this.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
That's
think
a
in the
drop
prime,
off in quality, huh?
the
it
best
was like Lewandowski and then Choupo-Moting, who I'm fairly certain was relegated with Stoke City.
But also scored some massive goals for Bayern.
This is also true.
Like a
Yeah.
guy who was a late in the match sub who scored a couple bangers that were winners.
It was like, I mean, this takes me back to the Merwin Shamak and Nicholas Bentner days,
Oh, the
running
Lord.
up top for the mighty Gooners.
And
You know.
and the craziest part of this, it's a $16.5 million loan fee.
Yeah.
With if
An
the
obligation.
buy clause
with
hits
now a buy-on clause.
65 million. A total of 81 and a half. That's crazy.
Your name
They
be Jeff, because that is unbelievable.
they basically just said Jackson is the heir apparent to Harry Kane for Bayern Munich. That's what this deal represents.
Yeah.
With the money's
maybe
tied up to it.
We will all have our foot in our mouth, and Nikos will be like, "Why did we ever sell this guy? This is like Kevin De Bruyne and Mo Salah all over again."
Listen, I'm okay to eat that bullet because I hate him so much. I just hate
You've
him.
already eaten it multiple times. You're okay doing it again?
Yeah,
Cost
no,
you too
I
much
mean,
time.
it's okay.
They won the Club World Cup, Dylan.
We're world champions.
Right. We're
But
champions.
what's also crazy about this is, like, looking back, we at the beginning we were talking about Voltamod coming in, and
I'm not
Bayern
please.
Bayern had a 65 million pound bid declined, rejected, and he went to Newcastle for 75. They think that there's potential that Nico Jackson is worth 6.5 more than that guy.
What are we doing?
Or actually, I'm sorry. Bayern tapped out at 65 for Voltamod. They think that he's worth 16.5 more than Voltamod. That is just, I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. Voltamod was one of the
business.
Yeah.
Going on
Yeah.
Instagram. What?
Well, then we had Igor to Crystal Palace collapsed.
We don't like this. We don't
As
like this
Mark
at all.
Gahey is completing his medical for Liverpool. Then we had
Ilkay, Silky Ilky. Gundogan is Gunda gone, Gunda again. Went to Barcelona, came back on a free, off to Galatasaray. He's no longer. And now what?
There's a lot of
we're
there's a lot of
almost caught
updates.
up. Now we have to go back now.
You're gonna have
and
to
then
go
we can
back
start
a little
refreshing.
bit. A lot's happened.
A lot of so this is all new news for me too. Like I haven't
Yeah.
seen any of this. My phone's got the TikTok open so I can look at comments. So
It's
I
just
haven't
me
seen anything.
sending likes.
Yeah, so it's Donnarumma signed. Hoyland in Napoli, that's getting close. I think that's almost done now.
Wait, Victor Boniface. This has been crazy. What was Victor Boniface? Because Victor Boniface is going to Werder Bremen now.
Werder Bremen.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because he was already in Bundesliga, and I thought he was on a better team. Unless I'm not up to date with the current squad instead.
Boniface was a Leverkusen striker.
Yeah. He had a good season last year. What I don't understand is how you fail a medical at one club, and then you pass another one. Who the heck is barking? The neighborhood clearly.
This is the new that his medical is complete, Mark Gahey, but now they're waiting on the green light from Palace, and Palace is unsure what they're going to do.
Unbelievable.
If they can't get a replacement in, then obviously that would be a stupid decision, is to let that go.
And we got Kevin.
But I think Glasner's going, right?
They'd have to go somebody to figure that out.
Kevin
Kevin to Fulham.
going to Fulham.
Nice job.
I don't know if that is,
Good,
but
good old Kevin.
shout out Kevin. Shout out to Kevin.
And Muani signed his contract.
Chukwueze.
That's a good
Kevin.
pickup. Fulham is
That's a good
just
pickup.
doing shit right now.
Yeah. Fulham is on it.
Fulham's on fire. Your defense is terrified.
Boniface is here we go.
Fulham signed who? Chukwueze from Chelsea?
No, that's he was from the
Bundesliga?
he was in the Spanish league. Not sure what.
There you go.
All right, now we got to check David Ornstein.
All right. Well, this yellow jacket just landed in my pasta, so here we are.
Eat it. It's good protein. Bill Gates is going to have you eating those in the next 10 years
said
anyway.
He underwent the medical.
I'm afraid to
but
move my
is in jeopardy because Crystal Palace have to find a replacement.
Come on, Glasner. Make up your mind, buddy.
Yeah, pick a guy.
Anybody see this motherfucker?
Tyreek George out of Chelsea.
Tyreek George. What's that? Oh yeah.
I just got intel that B
really
is being signed to Liverpool.
I made a mistake. I can't even eat the rest of that.
Tyreek
I mean,
George.
you can.
22 million.
I don't know, but I also
That's
got
another
pasta.
good one. I think we're caught up on Ornstein.
And we got about 35 minutes until the window.
Yeah, we're almost there. Steven Nicola got anything?
We have 35
we
more
got
minutes to the window.
Oh,
35 minutes until
that's
the
an
window
interesting
closes.
one.
However, 30 minutes after, deals can still go through if paperwork's been sent. And yeah, Glasner potentially looking as like a
Wow. There's going to be pissed, and he may follow. I'll tell you that.
Wow. I mean, that would be fantastic for United.
I don't think it matters what they do.
I don't think it does either.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Let's see. Exclusive. Harvey Ellis' deal will have
No
direct
chance.
effects on negotiation for Morgan Rogers to Liverpool in the coming months. Ooh,
Potentially a January move there.
that's a January move. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let's
Watch out.
see.
Buying the league. I used to pray for times like this.
Yeah, Dylan, we were talking about this earlier, and you weren't here yet. Arne Slot has already spent more than Jurgen Klopp.
Hmm.
How does that make you feel after all of the press conferences of Jurgen Klopp saying, you know, these other teams, they can spend money. They can spend money. We can't. They can spend money, though, but we can't. And they can spend money, but we can't. Now, Liverpool have spent the most money out of any team ever.
So, check the net spend. Check it.
Check the net
That's my
spend.
first point. Second point.
Are you asking me to check the net spend because you know
Yeah,
that
I
the
think
net
it's
spend is low?
I think it's 200 now. Was under 100 before Isak. That Harvey Elliott deal is a loan, but I think it's an obligation to buy at 35 mil.
Okay.
Which is I think the same price as Gahey, so that evens that out. So it's around 200 something, I want to say. They made a lot of sales. Arsenal, on the other hand,
We got a lot of sales now. We got rid of a lot of people today.
Who'd you guys get rid of?
Fabio Vieira's gone.
How much?
Lokonga gone. Reece Nelson gone. But they're all on high wages or decent wages. So that's the important thing for us. Who else? I think Zinchenko's going to stay now because he cried and was like, oh, I want to play. They were like, yes, so find a new club. Like, well, I still want to make $200K a week. Whatever stupid thing he's on. It's like, okay, well.
Go to
I guess you're
Shakhtar.
right. Yeah.
I would also like to make $200K a week.
Yeah.
If I made 200K a week, I don't even want to talk about the things I would do.
It would be hard to tell the signs. It wouldn't be hard to tell the signs. I'd probably be in London right now in my new apartment.
Oh, in London.
I would have.
That backs up to the bridge.
You know what's sick? I just saw this for the first time in the past week. The old Arsenal stadium that was turned into flats.
Yeah,
Really?
Yes.
you could
That
live in
is
Highbury
insane.
now.
That is
Yeah,
insane.
me and Wes are actively looking for tickets. So the way that Arsenal do tickets is really stupid. You have to become an Arsenal member. It's only like $10 a year or whatever, but then you get put into a lottery to try to get tickets. Or you can buy the hospitality package, but that's like stupid expensive.
Yep.
All of them are like that. Let me tell you.
Yeah. So
it's not great, and also, are you sure the membership's only $10?
Yes, we
Because
bought it.
Tottenham was like 40, Chelsea was like 60. So the memberships are very
Yeah,
I
expensive.
think
it was
City
And
was
it doesn't
25 or 30.
and it doesn't guarantee you a seat because you get put in the
No.
lottery and like
Yeah.
the queues. So I became a Chelsea member and didn't get a seat. I mean,
yeah.
not great.
Yeah, so because we don't care what game we go to, we both bought a membership, but also to continue the story, when we do go, we want to go and do the Highbury tour, and you can see like all the flats there, which is kind of cool.
I'm not sure if I just did it at like the perfect time, but when I did my original Chelsea membership like 2 years back, they gave me like a membership card
Oh, nice.
with like a membership number and like it has my name on it. So like I literally have like a Chelsea ticket membership card. And I was like, I
I
don't
may
care if
still
it's
have
already
mine.
active. I'm keeping this in my wallet forever. I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
30 minutes and the window closes. One of the names that I'm looking for today is Lookman. Wes's top 5 winger in the world, left winger in the world.
Let's
I
just
feel
have
Yeah,
like
a
we said
because
we
Wes
have to
Wes
sell him.
hijacked that whole situation, and we said top 5 wingers in the world currently, and he said, if I were looking to build a team around a player now, this is the guy I would look at because he could develop into blah blah blah. And it's like, well, okay. If you wrote that as an SAT answer, you'd get a 0 because that wasn't the question. The question is, who's a top 5 winger in the world right now? Not who could be a top 5 winger in the world. Kyle just had a baby. He could have put baby Riley as a top 5 winger in the world.
Yeah.
Potentially.
She got big feet. She might be able to make it.
Big feet, big head. Big goals.
Yeah.
Nikos, I'm looking. I don't know where I put my Manchester City card. But I had a Manchester City card as well. And when I went to the pop-up shop in New York City, it gave me a nice discount on my Phil Foden WWE collaboration jersey and my limited edition basketball away kit. And it also gave me, free with my purchase,
A scurf.
the Manchester City, New York City scarf.
That's it. Yeah, I think this is always good to have because it has my membership number on it. Just in case,
Yep.
like the same thing that happens to you, like if they do a pop up, or if I'm ever back at like the bridge, I could just use this as like a discount. But it's really cool.
Yeah.
So I think right now, while we're finally caught up and stuff, I think it's a good time to ask just quickly if there were another transfer that in these last 28 minutes you think your team needs.
Yeah.
Can probably answer for Dylan and say it's Gahey. Although Dylan, if Gahey's impossible, what do you think? You think you still need to find another center back here in the final minutes?
Yes and no. I think we would just keep Joe Gomez. Because right
Fair.
now, he's potentially going to AC Milan if Gahey comes in.
Nikos, what do you think?
Game similar to the Isak situation. It's either like this player or nothing.
Yep.
Center back.
They don't want to pursue their lower profile. Well, they did, I guess. Italian kid they signed.
Yeah, I would
That
say
we
a
haven't.
center back for us. If that Gahey deal doesn't happen, well, if Gahey goes anywhere, it's going to Liverpool. Yeah, I would say center back is all we need right now. Just because we do have a few injured ones and we have a young center back core. So if we get
You got
any
like
sort of
8 center backs.
yeah, everyone's young and injured, so it's like tough for us to like kind of alternate those people. Like we have Levi's hurt, Fofana, who really even knows? He's not hurt anymore, but also like we bought him for an insane amount of money a few years back, and also like he got hurt immediately for 2 to 3 years. So how good is he now? I think that's our only like real sign of weakness is our center backs, and a goalkeeper. Honestly, those two. Anything defensive, I'd say center back or goalkeeper. I'd be thrilled with. But we did a lot of movement, so I'm content.
Mr. Foley, what do the Gooners need? Is there anything the
Uh,
Gooners need?
Left winger, I think still. I know that Eze came in, but Martinelli is just not good enough. So now we're down to just Eze. I think we need to upgrade. I would love to have Lookman because the deal is super cheap. I think they only want like 35 or 40 million. So I would do a loan option or obligation to buy, try him out. And it kind of gives us the next year going into next summer, going to have to sell and upgrade on Martinelli is going to be the thing to do. So that's probably it. Yeah.
Before I'm just looking at your screen right now. I cannot explain how excited I am to see Donnarumma every single week play. That is
Yeah.
so much fun.
Gonna fight
Kyle's
for a
not.
spot with
Kyle's
Trent.
shaking in his boots.
Yeah. I absolutely fucking hate. I love him. I actually like him as a player. I hate having to face him.
I think
Fuck that.
so City brought in Donnarumma. I think that's huge. I think the one thing that we're still lacking is a right back.
Hmm.
Like I know when we started the podcast, it was Club World Cup time, preseason, and I was saying, you know what? Like Mateus Nunes looked good at the end of last season. He ended up kind of coming around as a guy who could be a right back.
What
Rico
was his name?
Lewis, Mateus Nunes. And then Rico Lewis played the position, and as you know, an inverted wingback, he did well because he's a midfielder. Like just like Fabian Delph did well as a left back for City, and Zinchenko did well as a left back for City. But he's not. Nunes is not smart. He's just not. I mean, in the first 10 matches, I caught him slipping and sliding a couple times, because he's just kind of awkward. He doesn't. Uh, like I'm sorry, but if you're slipping and sliding around, it's because you just don't know how to use your own center of gravity. He recorded the fastest pace in the Premier League last year, but he's kind of like Walker in the sense that he has to rely on that to track back because of just some bonehead mistakes. And as a right back, your natural reaction to a cross coming in can't be to do this. It just can't. Your reaction has to be this. Close your eyes and let it hit you in the side of the fucking head. Because why did City lose? First of all, because of the penalty given away by Nunes, because he stuck his hands up in front of his face. And second, because a bad clearance by John Stones hit a defender, and Ruben Dish, in his worst pace in the Premier League, kept the entire Brighton front line onside, which resulted in the second goal. And Kusanov, coming off with an injury, got rid of all their pace. Dish had to come in for him. So I think a right back is what's needed, and I think Newcastle is doing Tino Livramento a massive disservice by playing him on the left side.
Agreed.
City
But they
should
have
go
another
ahead. Huh?
So, but they do have another really good right back.
Yeah, but
I
Trippier
know what
only
you mean.
played half the matches last season.
It's true.
So maybe I understand why they want to keep Livermento, because Trippier is showing his age. He can't be there all the time. He's not going to be healthy all the time. But they need a right back. And even if like Ola Aina is an emergency signing, they need a right back. And I don't want them to wait till January, because if they do wait until January, just too late.
Is Rico Lewis an out-and-out right back, or is he also playing out of position?
He has played a lot of right back while he was coming up through the academy, but realistically, he's a midfielder.
Gotcha.
He really is. He's not physical enough to be a Premier League right back.
Somebody like James, who can't get into the Chelsea squad.
Huh?
So why don't you guys go out and buy somebody like Reece James, who can't break into the Chelsea squad because Malo Gusto?
Realistically,
Think
Chelsea
okay.
won't part with either, because they want Reece James. He is their future right back. Is he their captain? Does he have the armband, Nikos?
Yeah, he's
Or
our
is he
captain.
one of the
Well,
captains?
he's one of. I think Enzo is our
Right.
captain if he starts, but whenever
Yeah, so
whenever he comes on, he's the captain.
and until Reece James shows that he's going to stay healthy, they're not going to get rid of Gusto. I don't think they do get rid of Gusto in general, because Reece James plays that inverted right back role, at least when he's come on this season. That's really what he's done. And I think you want Gusto as a wingback. No? Nikos, you're smiling. It looks like Reece James has
No,
been almost playing midfield.
sorry, I was looking at the screen of the numbers for the transfers.
528.5 million
It's a lot of
by
Give me the net
Liverpool.
spend.
That does include Gahey.
Yes, so this could be a little bit, could be less.
That includes
Well, I did see this. This is like the football transfers. They're like okay with rumors, but Igor is now set to join West Ham over Crystal Palace.
Mm.
might fall
Interesting.
through.
Interesting.
I did see that earlier, actually. I think.
West
What's
Ham need it.
crazy about those numbers in front of you right now? Scroll up. What's the total? 500?
This one's
Oh, no,
487 without Gahey.
Okay.
And Rasmus Højlund to Napoli
Almost
is
half of that.
official. $6 million loan fee, $45 million buy option clause to become mandatory under certain conditions.
Total
That's
spend.
Arsenal's.
Arsenal's ruining the.
That was what Liverpool was at before they just put the other two players.
249. And I think how is it that Manchester United spent more than Arsenal?
They bought
Jersey
the
sales,
whole
duh.
they bought an entire
No, but isn't it
three.
like you would think, you know what I mean? It would be the other way around.
Well, at the end of the day, you can't be negative over the last three, or negative 100 or something like that over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So maybe they have some room to play with, and they may have to make sales next year or the year following.
Yes, but they're also such like United, Arsenal are such big clubs where they generate so much revenue
Right.
from without
Wow.
player sales.
Kyle, just above the Idrissa Gueye. Because Idrissa Gueye is out of the league now.
Yeah.
Just above that one, Breel Donald Imbolo. That is a guy who was supposed to be so good.
Remember that.
He was supposed to be so good.
Where did he
And
play
I
before
feel
this?
like he was at hold on.
He was honestly only really good for Switzerland.
He was
That's
was
why I
it like
remember.
Hoffenheim? Is that where he was?
Yeah, I think it was a random German team, but every
I
time
don't know,
that
but
he
I
would
think
be on
unless
this,
I've seen him play World
Random
Cup or a
German
tournament.
team. I love it.
every national
Really what
time
Nico said.
came around, he would show off.
Schalke. It was Schalke. That's when he made his big move. And then he went to Mönchengladbach.
Who's the
Then
Idrissa
went to
Gueye
Monaco.
guy? That's not the one that plays for Everton. Somebody else. That guy's
Is it a
striker.
different Idrissa Gueye?
Yes.
Are there
Idrissa
multiple
Gana.
Idrissa Gays?
Apparently, this one
I
plays
know there's
forward.
Idrissa Gana Gay, but is there also an Idrissa Gay?
Yeah, from
There is an
Metz.
Idrissa.
Oh, I stand corrected. Look at that.
Interesting.
Two
So,
Senegalese Idrissa Gays.
Striker, Idrissa Gueye is a midfield pitbull, not a poacher. Bold tactical experiment from Udinese. Loan with obligation to buy is then betting tackles over goals. That's Dr. Ridicule on Twitter. Good comment.
Newcastle spent more money than United and Arsenal.
And they could barely buy anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I say that, but I mean, we just gave them.
You guys just got 130 something million to work with. So
Go the Yellow Jackets back.
He wants more of you.
I think
So,
yeah, from East Haven.
While we're waiting, who do you guys think won the transfer window? Obviously, there might be a late deal here with 15 minutes to go. 16 minutes, I think. Yeah, 16 minutes to go. But who won the transfer window?
I would say Liverpool.
yeah, it's early, but Liverpool as of right now.
On paper.
Early winner, I agree.
Yeah, I think it has to
Find
be
some big names. Before the window started, we kept our big names for the most part. And they generated some decent revenue from player sales from maybe people that were on the cusp of the starting 11. Darwin Nunez in and out, Harvey Elliott now. Luis Diaz was a big time player, but they got a good fee for him. And time will tell if we replace those people with competent footballers.
Who
Yeah,
lost?
I mean, lost. I mean, it's got to be. it's got to be Brentford.
Right? That was my pick. That's why I had wrote it down.
I mean, it's got to be Brentford losing both Wisa and Cunha. Wait, was it Cunha? Was it Cunha?
And
No,
Buemo.
not Cunha. And Buemo. And now they just look terrible.
And Norgard, even you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To be fair, they got
every match last year.
I would say Arsenal's right behind them. Not as losing.
They also lost their manager.
True.
Yeah. You were gonna say Arsenal right behind Liverpool?
Yeah, right behind Liverpool as of right now. A good window. Picked up a lot of good named people. Just got to see if everything works.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's Liverpool, Arsenal, and then City. And I'm putting City third because they did make some big moves in, but a lot of these players that have been around for some big moments are gone. And time will tell if the moves that they made will translate to, replacing at a level that these guys left. I mean, KDB, gone. Ederson, gone. Gundo, gone.
I would debatably like to throw Chelsea's hat in the ring there for third.
Fair.
I mean, we made a lot of purchases, but also the business that we've been doing on the selling end has been crazy. I mean, with the players that we're selling for the fees that we're selling them for, that's to me good business, transfer wise, getting people out,
Nico Jackson
getting potentially Nico Jackson for 80 million. Just selling selling Tyreek George for 20 something million. I mean, we're like 5 to 10 million shy from Arsenal's all-time seller on a 20-year-old kid that comes off the bench sometimes. So that's good business. I mean, Madueke for 50 plus million. Sure, his first few games have looked all right, but 50 million when he was at the lowest of his career, he probably should have went for half that. So I think the business that we're doing selling
that's
been
an England international. Okay, that's a homegrown player. Okay.
Dad, don't give yourself that bullshit that they're
Now,
selling.
you know what? I will say, he was the best attacking player we had yesterday.
That's
So
you and
saying something.
Martinelli. And you only
he
had
might
three
have been the
second
best
players.
attacking player on the field yesterday.
Okay, all right.
Well, I mean, Salah didn't do anything. Ekitike didn't exist. So he might have actually. He might have actually.
Oh man. Are we streaming tonight? Are we not streaming, but are we recording tonight?
Yes, we are streaming tonight.
It's gonna be a good one.
Uh-oh.
Gonna be a good one.
Indicella just said this.
This will
will
be
be
his last
Oliver Glasnow's
season.
last season at Crystal Palace.
Yeah, but that Anarim's not gonna make it that long. So
Yeah, but if that release clause is in there,
yeah, I guess if he has a release clause, then sure. But
and United,
I mean, if Arsenal don't win the league,
yeah. So here's the thing. I hate when people say that because it's just not true from a what Arsenal would do perspective. You could say that, hey, if they don't win the league, they should. There's an argument there, but will Arsenal do that? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Unless we finish out of the top 4, there's no chance he gets fired for the next 5 years. He could finish second, semifinal Champions League for the next 5 years. He will not get fired. Arsenal will not do that.
I have 2 words for you. Good evening. Good evening.
bring him back.
Unai Emery was turning the corner with Arsenal.
Negative.
Fact!
Negative. Not even close.
Mikel Arteta turning the corner with Arsenal. But as Thierry Henry said, they are building. And it is a big building. It is a big building.
Yeah.
How much bigger can the building be?
Emery turned the season around, and then we missed out on top 4 by 1 point, and then the next season we nosedived. Kind of how the Aston Villa has gone, where he does really good for the first couple of years, and then it starts to just take a downturn. But I don't know. I don't even know where I stand on that. Like, if he were to finish second again, but it's also like if he finished second and he loses on the last day of the season, no, they're not going to fire him, obviously. And if he does that for the next 5 years and loses by a point or two, he's not going to get fired.
Also, just me critiquing.
Sorry, pause. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just me critiquing. Why did they use a black and white photo? I hate that. I hate when they put a black and white photo. Like, did he just
makes it more sad?
Did something just happen to this man? No, it's just like.
Did he die? No, he's just leaving Crystal Palace potentially at the end of the year.
Literally, that was my first thought. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Don't do that.
Putting the deadline day. Madness.
Ooh.
Put the dead and deadline day for none.
Honestly, that would have been pretty.
Okay. Too far.
Deal collapsing.
Or
Javi Galen to Forest.
I need some Marquee updates pronto.
Yeah, you got 8 minutes, brother.
Yeah. Well, like, I think even like JP said earlier, it's like 30 minutes after.
Yeah.
To like finish stuff. Because I think the last deadline day we did somebody, and it came to like 30 minutes after.
There's a lot of paperwork needs to get through.
Yeah. As long as they're like
but you need
something.
You need Crystal Palace to get paperwork from another team of who they're buying, and then also that. But you have to submit the deal sheet within 8 minutes. You can't. It's the window's closed, but you have to say, "Hey, we're still working on paperwork." So if you don't get a deal sheet in 8 minutes, then it's over.
Agreed. I recall the David De Gea issue. Madrid.
Yeah.
They didn't finish the paperwork in time.
Yeah.
Who's that? Roll up.
Galatasaray. Wait.
Well, this was that's their pin. But
did I just see Galatasaray?
Yes. In the next days, because their window doesn't close.
The Turkish window ends on like the 10th.
Yep.
Huh. Seems corrupt.
I don't know why he would want to go there though.
He got to get out of where he's at.
Yeah. And then
Or
they
he could
said
have
this
sucked.
too.
Oh. Oh. Suspicious.
I know he's got to get out of where he's at, but we're going to be saying the same thing in January if he goes to Galatasaray.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just like a 1-year move for him, basically.
Yeah, for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or we see the
mean-
same thing that happened to Alan San Maximan.
I hated him so much.
I loved Gucci.
The
Me and
real
JP
OG.
were coming up with questions to ask you guys. So while we got a few minutes left here, where does Jose Mourinho go?
Man United.
I also said Manchester United. That's the personality you need in that locker room to fix that team.
No, I think he would go to a lower level team. I saw an interview from him the other day. I think it was a year or two old. He said he would prefer. It was about basically he was probably taking a dig at the UEFA officials and whatnot, but he said I would like to coach a team in the Premier League that does not in UEFA competitions.
I did see that as well. Think he goes to Crystal Palace if that'd be pretty funny.
Could be Crystal
This is-
Palace. Could be Nottingham Forest. If
Could be,
Nuno
yes.
Espirito Santo's out, it could be
Would
West
do well
Ham.
for them.
This is what Ben Jacobs just tweeted a minute ago here. Manchester United tried to get Conor Gallagher, and they were said no.
Wow.
Ooh, United
they
didn't have
did
to
do that.
pay.
They didn't have to pay Anthony anything because Anthony literally considered ending his life while he was playing for Manchester United. Just think about that.
Yeah.
Deals have been signed. Nico Jackson is
Those
officially
Brazilians,
a
man.
Bayern player.
5 minutes.
I don't think we're gonna get anything crazy right now.
No, you usually get like rumblings before.
Lionel Messi to Crystal Palace. Here we go.
See, we got anything
I read it
football
wrong.
transfers? Said Chelsea have yet to receive a concrete offer for Sterling.
Damn it.
Looks like he's hanging on for
Get
at least
rid
till
of him.
January.
15 million a year.
That's a homegrown player right there. Need him on your roster.
That's an expensive suitcase to be lugging around to all your games.
I mean, he's definitely not going to go to Fulham anymore. I mean, who's going to take him?
Yeah.
Fulham picked up everyone but Sterling.
Saudi don't offer him anything. That's interesting.
Yeah. What happened to there wasn't really that many Saudi links this year. Like usually they come in and grab a bunch. It wasn't like it was the last few years.
True. Yeah, there was really no
The-
big Saudi pickups.
Who did they
Darwin.
who was the biggest one?
Joe Felix.
Darwin.
Yeah, Darwin
Joe
Nunez.
Felix.
Joe Felix,
Uh,
Darwin Nunez. I
And
mean,
that's it.
there was
But there was
There
one
a
more.
rumor about Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, there was
And
a rumor
I'm not gonna lie,
for Martinelli, but that was it. Never really
the
It's an
rumor about
unfortunate-
Bruno Fernandes is what made me kick it into gear to make a trade for Cole Palmer. I said I can't have my top pick be gone after week 3 because Saudi threw 100 million at this disgusting rat.
Yeah.
You're saying you almost finagled Wes. Yo, this.
I got Cole Palmer.
Yes. For Bruno
I didn't
Fernandes?
finagle him. That was a good trade.
Well, yeah.
So do you have
Bruno
Bruno,
Fernandes,
and Palmer? You do have
So I
Bruno
have Bruno and Palmer.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
you kept him. I got you. Wasn't sure where your trade was. Wes just offered me Milos Kerkez for Eze.
What a deal. Yeah, honestly, I think every time a deal like that gets offered, it has to go to the group chat. Just out of pure, this was stupid. This was a stupid offer.
But Dylan,
Wes
if
also-
you're going to be on later, I would suggest that you think about the trade that Wes and I made because I think it will be a topic of conversation that's podcast worthy. It
Is there
was
anything else
Cole
that happened in
Palmer.
fantasy that had to be talked about too?
Oh, we're going to hold court. We're going to hold court to discuss something that happened today. For those of you who are listening to either the YouTube or the TikTok live, and something big did happen. We had a very controversial late lineup change this week. We had a player, an unnamed player for now, sub Dominic Soboslai to the bench prior 35 minutes prior. It was 35 minutes prior.
6 minutes prior to kickoff.
No. It was 36 minutes because the match kicked off on the hour, not on the half hour, right?
No, so 11:30 to 1:30.
Oh, it was 11:30. So it was 6 minutes
It was
before.
6 minutes.
So we had the unnamed player was losing. However, Diogo Dallo was on the bench with 16.5 points, which would have been enough to win him his match this week against our co-commissioner, Mr. Foley. And in order to take advantage of the auto sub, he signed Christian Norgard, who was not in the Arsenal team sheet.
Hasn't played a minute this season, by the way.
And put him in his starting lineup so that Dallo would be subbed on as an auto sub in order to get enough points to win. Now, Soboslai ended up being the one who was auto subbed because he had 20 points or 20.5 points this week. But, oh, look at this Liverpool submit Gay deal sheet.
They get extra time to get it done.
What time is it? Oh, it just turned 2:00 and 5. Oh, 3.
And
2,
PGMOL loves Liverpool. And the 30 minutes of extra time will undoubtedly turn into 45 as long as Liverpool have the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Transfer,
Not biting on that now.
it is officially over.
Semi-closed. It's closing, right?
The window
It's like the garage
is
door.
closed.
They hit the door. The garage door is closing. So does anybody sneak in before it closes?
Might be it.
The window is officially closed for the English Premier League.
I know it's technically not over for next 30 minutes, but I do need to hop off. So,
Mr. Nikos, see you in court.
I'll
See you. We'll see you later.
Be prepared. Goodbye.
Goodbye for now,
Bye.
senor.
Hit it, Ornstein.
Yeah, what's good old David got for us, huh?
Got
Just
nothing.
reset these real quick.
He only posts it when it's safe and secure.
He only posts when it's safe. He only posts when it's safe. David Ornstein. He only posts when it's safe.
David Ornstein has been awesome this year, actually.
He has. Ornstein's been on it. Fabrizio Romano is a sellout to the agents and to the clubs who will tweet anything for a few bucks to... Fabrizio is an influencer. He's not a reporter.
Fabrizio changed the game.
Fabrizio did change the game. And listen,
Now he's changed.
I'll do anything for a bag too. I will. Depending on the size of the bag, I'll do anything for a bag. Be clear about that. But Fabrizio, listen, hey, Fabrizio, look, hey, anything to put food in your kid's mouth, right? I don't know if Fabrizio has a kid or not, but anything for putting food in your future kid's mouth.
What a fall off for this player is that, huh?
Yeah.
Fenerbahce, damn.
Nothing new there. You'll refresh of all the accounts here.
Beaner Batchy.
Beaner Batchy.
Preston North End.
I feel like that's how Lieutenant Aldo Rain would say Fenerbahce.
They're bitch.
We're
Isak
here
is
to
a
kill
rat.
Nazis.
Got a
Wissa
Fabrizio
already,
tweet.
yeah.
Let's see.
Wissa's gone. So, oh no, Wissa is already technically, I guess now.
Ben
Chilwell?
Chilwell on
Oh,
a 2-year
Oh.
contract.
That is cheating. To Strasbourg.
that is cheating.
It's insulting to themselves. What is the actual deal with that?
The feeder club. Nico's left at the perfect time.
Yeah, he knew. Nico's got. That's what happened. Nico's like, "Oh shit! I got the text. I got the intel.
It's like
I gotta
New
get out of here."
Jersey. This is baloney. Oh! What's that?
That's an hour
I
ago.
love to see that. Just every time I see the Gigio Donnarumma, I love it.
Props to
I love
Gahey. Very good professional. Scored
Oh
an
look!
absolute.
The time just keeps going up. Now they will get an extra 2 hours to complete the deal.
PGMOL, live our pool. Unfucking believable.
Oh my god! They make it up as they
Mr.
go along.
30 charges. You need to relax.
You know, all these charges,
How have we
it's
not
taken
heard
them a
anything?
long
I
time
was
to
just
prove
gonna say,
anything.
How have
It's
we
taken a
not heard?
long time. Turns out that guy who uncovered all these documents and has previously been convicted of falsifying documents. Turns out all this intel taken quite a long time to process.
Honestly,
What's going to happen?
I think there's some Hillary Clintoning going on there. Oh, I just screwed us all. We might all be dead. Sorry.
We're going to end up in a cell with Jepstein. Unfucking believable. Yeah, you know, all these now technically it's 130 charges or 135, whatever you want to fucking call it.
There's 5 more I didn't know about. Oh, I just kicked my pasta bowl and
it's okay. I had a yellow jacket in it.
Flew out of it.
Seriously though, it's taken a long time for them to prove anything. I mean, you know, I don't think we've even had like a podcast segment about this. So while we're live, fuck it. Yeah, it's taking quite a long time, and the person who provided all these hacked documents that got in the hands of people who wanted to charge them with something has been convicted of falsifying documents in the past. He's a reporter who wants to make a name for himself and is willing to do anything to get himself in the public eye. So, you know, they may be struggling to find any weight to what's been reported and what they've been charged with.
I don't know. Sounds pretty guilty.
Raz does not make it out. He will not go to Saudi.
He's gonna go to Strasbourg too, probably. I worked on that the other night.
Wow.
Premier League record.
Chelsea.
Most sales. Half are to themselves, but we don't care, right?
Whatever.
So, based on what's reported, Gahey is the only one that we said our clubs need as a buzzer beater deadline day move that has the potential to go through. City did not get a right back. Arsenal did not get another winger. Chelsea didn't get another defender.
Yeah, because usually it only takes about a few minutes, and then you know if any other sheets came in.
Yep.
Huh.
So I don't know. I mean,
oh, this is hilarious. There's no way this is true. The Javi Galen to Nottingham Forest has collapsed after sending the deal sheet 9 seconds after the deadline.
That's why they got to stop using fax machines.
That's pretty funny.
I was slow.
Someone forgot to pay the Wi-Fi bill.
What is David De Gea all over again? It's gonna happen to somebody.
Yeah, but I think that's the only deal sheet. Probably just wait another couple minutes here, see if anything else comes out.
Huh.
Mm.
Oh my god. Someone just flew into my face. That was a fly, that thing.
So, all right. Well, while it's a little quiet here on the news front, Javi Gallant collapsed. We're waiting on a Gahey. Here we go. Still.
We had one
In
earlier, I
terms,
thought.
well, it happened, but then it stopped because the Igor deal collapsed. But now potentially it's back on, and we're basically playing Mark Gahey hot potato between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. Who wants him more? Kyle, what do we think we should expect for content from the Banter Boyz podcast
So
here?
actually, that's what I was going to talk to you about because we usually pick a couple games to preview for the next week, and I thought we could run through them and we could pick out which ones we're going to do.
It's a great idea.
So we can do
Let me pull up the.
Arsenal versus Forest. This is after
Yup.
the international break. What else?
I mean, there's one clear and obvious that
There's a
has
clear
to happen.
there's a clear one. We'll throw that one in now, even though it is technically the last game of the week, but it is the Manchester
The Manchester Derby. Love it.
City
Love it.
versus United. We'll do those ones. Burnley Liverpool.
A relegation side, potentially, versus a potential trophy winner.
Yeah, and does Isak start? Does he start? Watch will be in full effect.
Yep.
Brentford versus Chelsea.
I think Chelsea is an easy pick as one of the founding members of the Banter Boys podcast is a Chelsea supporter.
Crystal Palace did already sign another defender. Sorry. Go off.
I do think there's an interesting one. There are a couple more interesting ones. So this is going to be actually this whole week is very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Everton Villa. I think that's a very interesting match because Everton's flying, Villa's Villa. I think Fulham Leeds is super interesting as those are two potential relegation sides. Although Leeds, minus the Arsenal game, the other two matches, Leeds have looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Newcastle Wolves, we got two new players for Newcastle that, with an international break between matches, may be starting.
That was going to be my pick. Was Newcastle Wolves. Both teams need to do better. Newcastle obviously now is like we're over the Isak thing. You get an international break to get over it. You got to go in strong now if you want to, try to get that 5th place spot. You know what I mean? So, and Wolves have looked like absolute dog shit, and they need to show something. Otherwise, it's relegation year for Wolves.
We may see Wolves playing for a lot of draws.
Yeah. Indy just tweeted.
I'm reading it right now.
The deal sheet has been completed. passes medical, and he's sitting at the hotel waiting for the phone call.
While we're back
You
on the
shall-
topic of Gahey, I have to say, I did see someone tweet this, but I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more. Both the way Gahey and Eza have handled themselves
I just
in a
read that
summer
tweet.
where they both moved out, they still played for the badge until they were no longer a member of the club. And I respect the hell out of that.
I totally agree. I wish that's how every deal went down. Yeah, I think that's just the respect thing.
Unfortunately, the NBA has set a terrible precedent for professional athletes.
Yes, 100%.
The NBA shortly followed by the NFL.
Yeah. And Newcastle have submitted their deal sheet for Wisa because that is not 100% completed yet.
And I just saw a tweet from Manchester City account, rate Hugo Viana's first summer transfer window with City. And the first reply with 67 likes was signing 3 goalkeepers while signing no right back when the club literally have no natural right back is diabolical. And while I agree to a degree, I mean, you bring in Jimmy Trafford because Jimmy Trafford is a homegrown player who, realistically does. How long does Donnarumma stay? Because I think Donnarumma is one of those opportunities where you get Donnarumma, you let Jimmy Trafford play the cup matches until Jimmy Trafford's ready to be your,
How old is Trafford right now?
starting goal. Trafford's 22, 23. He just played for the England U21s in the U21 Euros and was Golden Glove winner. So I think Donnarumma is almost a luxury bridge signing. You paid 30 for him. You could probably sell him for more than that in a few years if Trafford ends up being the guy that can take over.
I was just going to
but
ask, if
we
you
needed
knew
a
you
right
were going to
back.
sign Donnarumma, would you have just done like a buy back Trafford and loan him out?
guess?
I don't think so.
What's up?
I don't think so. I think it's okay to spend 55 million total on Donnarumma and Trafford when Donnarumma is, like I just kind of explained, a luxury bridge option. Trafford has the chance to win the one spot if he does well in cup matches. And I mean, Wes brought it up on the podcast, but I don't know if he's necessarily ready to be your everyday. Like Wes said, can he win you the league? And I said no, but he could lose you the league. I think Donnarumma could win you the league.
Donnarumma's only 26, by the way.
Exactly, which is why you spend 30 on him, but 55 or 58 between the two. If like Kyle, if you didn't
Trafford's
have David,
22.
if you didn't still have Raya, right, and you had Ramsdale in net, because Raya is one of the best keepers in the league. He's top 3, arguably top 2, arguably number 1. If you still had Ramsdale, and someone said to you, "Hey, if you could spend $58 million and get Donnarumma and Trafford, would you do it?"
So
I think you would.
Even better, if Arsenal knew Donnarumma would have been available, I wouldn't have signed Kepa for 5, and I would have signed Donnarumma because Raya's 29 and Donnarumma's 26, and I would have said, "Hey, we did it with Ramsdale and Leno. We did it with Ramsdale and Raya. Let the best man win, and I'll have a goalkeeper competition. I'll do it. Let the best man win. If Raya wins out, then you can go and sell Donnarumma. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? I would let him battle it out. So I absolutely would, if I was, you know what I mean? If I was on the Arsenal board, I would have said, hey, this guy doesn't come for sale. You know what I mean? Like you said, you don't get the number one or even top three of a position come for sale and not try to make a move for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny because there are a lot of Manchester City fans who are torn on it, and they're like, "No, Trafford, homegrown guy, came through the academy, wanted to be the one
Yeah.
here, had to go elsewhere to prove himself, and did, and now we got him back." But like, he's 22 years old. How many 22-year-olds start between the sticks in the Premier League?
Yeah, 38 games plus, you know what I mean? 60 games a year, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's no matter what, it doesn't matter who it is. If you have the chance to sign the best player at a position for 30 to 35 million, you jump all over it. Like, I don't think it's a discussion.
Yeah, I agree. I would have
Like,
liked to see us make a move.
if Mbappe were available for 35 million, you buy him.
Absolutely, yeah.
If Kvaratskhelia was available for 35 million, you buy him. If Rodri or Rice are available for 35, you buy him. Like, it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
It's business. So, even like, Newcastle is the one that was battling City for Trafford. Don't Newcastle have another keeper?
They
Have to.
have Pope and Ramsdale now.
Oh, they have Nick Pope, the number one for England.
Yeah.
No,
So you're
he's not the
telling
number
me if
one.
Trafford went to Newcastle, he wouldn't be in a position battle, and with his lack of experience, most likely not be the number one for Newcastle every single match? Like, same situation, different club.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they split it now between the two. You know what I mean? Does one get just the Premier League and the other one gets the cups? Do they kind of split both in a sense? You know what I mean? Like Trafford will get some Champions League and some Premier League, and they'll both do some. Or
They split each game 50-50.
yeah, exactly. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting for fantasy too, especially who gets them.
Yep.
I don't ever really. Yeah, but always look at how the top three teams goalkeepers do fantasy points wise. They're never really the top three goalkeepers on there.
Exactly. Yeah, who's going to go for him, and then also knowing that he might not play all the matches.
Also, I noticed my roster's kind of fucked up on fantasy. I'm kind of admitted to cheating because I haven't fixed it yet. But whatever.
You got guys on your injured reserve who don't have to be in the injured reserve anymore, but you also have all your
It's my
starters in, so you don't necessarily need to change your lineup.
No, there's Kelleher. I had him as the goalkeeper, and he was injury listed the first game week. I put him in the injury reserve, and he's played all 3 games. But he's just sitting there in injury reserve as the goalkeeper.
Maybe we should hold court for Coach Dillon too.
I think it stops you from making a pickup if you have an illegal lineup like that, though.
I think it does
No, but
too.
I've left it out of curiosity to see how. Because at the first week, I looked at it, and somebody was. I think we were on the Discord, and somebody said, "Yeah, after like the game week's over, it'll make you kick it out, whatever." But that was 2 game weeks ago.
Interesting.
But right now,
All
he's
I
holding
know-
a spot that I have 4 other injured players on my team, so I kind of need that injury reserve spot.
All I know
But
is
I'm
that my
kidding.
Maxence Lacroix pick has instantly gained a ton of value with Gahey actually making the move. Instantly.
Yeah, I have Gahey, so it'll be very interesting how he's used. Does he replace Kanate?
No, Kanate hasn't been great until yesterday. But
So
he also only ever plays 20 to 25 games. Actually, last year he played 30 or 31. I did see that the other day.
Well, the other thing is, right, like so Konate, I think his contract's up at the end of this year, right? So does that mean Konate to Madrid happens in January?
trying to
Maybe.
get try to get 30 million for him, something. You know what I mean? Just get something, knowing he's only got a few
Yeah,
months
but
left.
they can get another 6 mil right now. They might be, no, we'll wait another 6 months and save 30 mil and just give him a 10 grand signing bonus like we did with Trent.
True.
That rat.
The Scouts are in Madrid. The Scouts are in Madrid. Alexander Arnold, Alexander Arnold, Alexander Arnold. The Scouts are in Madrid.
What are you doing?
Who knows? Hey, there were some reports that said Manchester City may make a sensational bid for Trent Alexander-Arnold to come to Manchester City in January if Danny Carvajal is consistently the first choice right back.
Yeah, so that was
Now,
interesting. No.
That being said, I think Manchester City need a right back who can play defense.
That's
Trent,
not
not your guy.
Arnold.
So Trent Alexander-Arnold is not that guy.
Not that guy.
You can take Ben White for 80.
Ben White for 80? Yeah, I'd rather swallow a 45.
Why? We bought him for 50. We got to make profit on him. He's better than when we bought him.
Yeah, that's okay.
How about Timber
That's
for
just
100? Timber's class.
100
You
mil.
know that.
He's going down. Urian Timber. He has no knees.
What's up with him?
He's got injuries.
He was down a goal. Did you see that clip?
Which one?
No.
Timber sitting on the ground asking for help to get up, and Gakpo tried to help him, and he didn't get up, so then he just walked away.
Yeah, it's because Gakpo's his international teammate, and he was being a fucking jerk and not picking him up.
He was probably breaking his balls, is what he was doing.
And he was
I do the same shit.
he was pulling him from the side. He's like, "Come on, dude, you're not take the extra step and help me up." And he's like, "Forget you." That was pretty funny.
I don't know why my dog likes to roll in shit and fucking eat shit.
They all do, and it's horrible.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
This motherfucker eats rabbit poop sometimes, and other times fucking rolls and shit. Just
Well,
walk behind the firewood.
I think this was a pretty eventful deadline day.
It was very.
It was. And then I do love seeing the fact that Aymeric Laporte is going back to Bilbao. I do. I love Laporte.
Love a Cinderella return story.
Was a huge January signing for City. Plenty of
Like 2
trophies.
years.
Well, I mean, he was exactly what they needed. They had their, at the time, Dish Laporte. Dish was the physical guy. Company was the physical guy. Laporte was the ball player. And he did a great job of it. I mean, he won the league. He scored a goal on match week 38 that brought City back to level. Against who the hell was it? Leicester?
What's that?
When they beat Liverpool by a point. It was 100-99, right? It was 199 or 198.
I think it was 99 and 98, and then the other time was 97 and 96.
Oh no, yeah, it wasn't the Centurions.
We won.
It wasn't.
We won with 97, so I think the other time we lost to you was the low 90s.
But it was a goal that brought him back level, and then or no, it was the first goal, and then it was brought back level, and then City won. Either way, Laporte was a goal scorer in match week 38 that helped win the title. So,
Bastards.
Olumawani, done deal. Premier League set to approve, but they got all their documents in. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. You know, if the Gahey thing does go through in the next 2 hours, because Liverpool can just do whatever they want.
Yeah, buddy.
then we can touch on that to start the podcast episode tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. Rightfully.
One day.
Maybe.
I've seen a lot of TikTok videos, Instagram videos of people, the two circles going like this, where the UCL ball drops, and they say, "What year will Arsenal win?" And every time it hits one of the balls on the side, it goes up a year. These guys are in year 3000. So, it's 2025. Still got checks watch 975 years before we see a title.
Old Faithful's gonna go off before Arsenal win the fucking Champions League. We're all gonna be screwed.
Yeah, I'm gonna die in a geyser.
The only thing is, once we do it, you guys have nothing else to talk about. So it's really for you.
You and Foley are gonna die probably from starvation or vitamin D deficiency. But JP, you are a goner.
Hopefully, we're live on the podcast when that happens.
Can you imagine, JP? Give us a heads up.
I'll jump from Discord here to Discord on my phone, and I will live react. I will live react to Old Faithful going off. Like, I'm sure that I'll see it in my fucking window.
He's screaming down the highway. So, what do you think? What's your score prediction for City Fulham?
Guys, something big is happening over here. And
here we go. JP from Las Vegas to Mexico. Oh, disgusting, Alexander Isak. Disgusting.
Where is he? Fresh trim.
Right there.
Is that him walking around in Melwood?
Hold on. Rewind it for you.
The film crew?
This is him right here. Right here. He's in red. Right here.
He is in red. Looks like a film crew walking around with him.
Yeah.
Not the Banter Boys, but.
Ugh, it's just going to be disgusting. Alexander Isak. Isak scoring goals for Liverpool.
Yay. What a time to be alive.
So, all right. So what? We got the regularly scheduled podcast coming up.
Yeah, tonight. Get that out tonight. International break.
International break. So we got some time off here. From the Premier League. We'll, if there's anything important to podcast about, we'll definitely podcast Monday. But we haven't even really talked about whether or not next week we're gonna have something. So I guess that's a discussion for us to have offline. And then, I mean, do we want to wait a whole week before we hold court? I don't think we do.
I don't.
So
I can't wait. You're lucky you got me waited till now.
I know.
I respect the grind.
Huh?
I thought it was pretty clever.
Yeah, but it's not clever.
I can't believe I didn't fucking think of it.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would have fucking won.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I posted about it on Draft EPL Reddit, and I would say it was not 50-50 in favor of your opponent. It was not 50-50.
What would they say?
They said your opponent's probably clever.
They said people in our league do it all the time.
Yeah. I read one and they were like, that's why we got rid of auto subs, because it's the stupidest thing ever because of that.
It
ruins if nobody's gonna hold each other accountable, then it ruins the whole purpose, because then you could literally just make your formation.
Last 2 game week one, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
You could just set yourself up to have like 2 forwards, you know what I mean? 3 midfielders, 4 defenders, put in a shit defender who's never going to play, and then you're guaranteed your bench to get a forward, midfielder, or defender on whoever scores the most goals for you, or whoever scores the most points, and you guarantee. And then because we have it set for 3 auto subs,
yeah, but if you
could set it up to do a
midfielder
and a defender that aren't going to play, and you basically can have your 5 guys on your bench fight it out for 2 spots. on your
The
starting
one,
Yeah,
level.
but we're gonna have a good, that good of a bench.
the one
Yeah, but,
suggestion I saw.
it doesn't matter. If I have Oscar Bob who scored 3.5 points this week, but last week he went off, or last week I had Reinders who scored 0, but the week before he had 24. So it's not about having a good bench. You're just guaranteeing whoever has the best game. You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
say
but there's no like superstar players. I don't know, where you have like 5 of them on your bench, and it's like, oh, let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
the one interesting thing I saw that one league does is if after the match week kicks off, you make a substitution from your bench, you no longer have an auto sub. So if you change your lineup at all, you lose your auto sub. And if we only had one auto sub, then that would make it almost worth it.
Yeah.
But
I think
again,
just keep doing what we're doing, but
this
whatever
is
you
such
guys
a
say.
hard, it's so hard to
Let's
do.
see.
Like some comments were like, it's a slippery slope if people do that, but it's also really hard to micromanage everyone else's club in a league.
Yeah.
Like it's so tough.
But you can see all the transfers, so if you see someone like that did what Souza did, it's fairly obvious.
Yeah.
Well, I think there should just be a penalty in general for starting an injured player.
That's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It's not like he had Norgard on his team. That would be like at
No.
least somewhat respectful. You putting a guy that you already had. But like the whole point of auto sub is for that Cole Palmer gets injured in warmups, and there's not enough time for you to either drop somebody because somebody else has already played a match and it's in the middle of the week, so you can't drop anybody. You know what I mean? That's the purpose of the auto sub.
Or someone like me, who some Saturday matches kick off at 4:30 a.m. Pacific time. Don't fucking punish me for not waking up at 4 o'clock to check the fucking team sheet if one weekend I can't wake up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Deal with it.
Yeah, but if it's not going to be used in that way, then to me it should it's one or two things. Either it's used the right way or it's not there at all. For you to just open it up and just let it go crazy, I think
Yeah,
we'd
I
run
think we
into a lot of
do.
problems.
Basically, it's like, hey, you see someone that does that again, and whatever, you lose for the week.
Yeah,
Well, at the end of the day,
Unless-
what we said how important it is to set your lineup and have players that are playing in your lineup, and he put an injured player in. That's a warning for having a player that's not playing.
yeah,
And you do it again, and you're out of the league, like we said before.
yeah. Well, I mean, he's already gone after that move, but it's all right. Because both Wes and Candace said they don't want to do it anymore, so we're already losing. We're guaranteed to lose one of the two of them, so we'll go down to 8 people and be done with it.
Yeah, until Wes has a better season this year and comes back from the bottom of the table, finishes mid-table, and
Yeah.
but
yes, we'll talk shop tonight. We'll go over preview some match week 4 matches. I think we're already at 4, right? Yeah. Go
yeah,
over some
and
of the match week 3 matches, and then Dylan, I don't know if you watched last episode, but Canna has a mission for us to all come up with our starting 11 if you were the manager of Manchester United. What would be your formation and what would be your 11 players? Because he thinks all of us will come up with the same formation and the same set of players, just to prove how stupid that manager is. So that's your homework. For your
Little sneak
next couple
preview.
hours. Oh,
Attorney
yeah.
John Peters is preparing his case.
Very good. Very good.
or class. Holy.
Yeah, I hired JP.
My client does not have to say anything to you, Mr. Hogan.
What?
His Honor, District Judge Nick Del Greco will make the ruling.
I don't even know if Nick's caught up.
Well, that's why we're holding court.
We're gonna hold court, and then he can watch it back and
And then
deliver
he
his
can-
ruling. All right. Well, I think that's it. Still no updates.
No update on
Gahey.
why are you gay?
Why?
You are gay.
Why are you gay? Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us, for all of our millions of viewers. Appreciate it. And
Boss Nikos.
we'll see you tonight. All right.
Peace.
Peace.